I was looking.
Jaheed, D Block, Ghetto Die Hood, Divine Mill. It's two guns, baby. Yeah, see, this is how the game goes. You think about it every once in a while now. When you spot a rainbow and it's all whack, wishing you could take it all back. And it's not fabricated, it's all facts. His and her links led to the his and her minks. Then you took it to his and her sinks. It was all swell, then it all fell. Just like that, heaven turned to all hell. Now you ass out, and never mind all of the whips in the glass house. You about to pass out, your plans was exquisite.
So Ray, y'all don't see the need to stray. You can get the keys today. We can breeze away, plant a couple seeds and lay somewhere in Montego Bay. Like fuck what people say. You got a thug to the death. It don't matter, whatever the
I loved you.
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love, much love. If you are in the building and you can hear me clearly, please drop a 1 in the chat. Please drop a 1 in the chat. Please drop a 1 in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Okay. I see some ones. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate that. Y'all give me 1 second. And of course, we are back right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I'm y'all host, DS1 Ross, of course. Man, I appreciate all the love and the support. Salute to everyone that's in the building. We got another morning man talk this morning. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. Happy Monday to everyone. Happy Monday. You know, motivational Monday. Even though every day should be a motivation, but you know, y'all like to call it motivational Monday. But we're going to get into this conversation today. I think it's time for us brothers to have this conversation from a different perspective. So make sure y'all double tap y'all screens, hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button and share the show. Y'all gonna have to share the show, y'all. Because y'all know this is not a red pill channel. This is not a dating channel. You know, salute to everyone who do their content, however they do their content. That's no shade at anyone. But we got to get this word out here, y'all. Because we getting ready to attack this conversation a whole nother way. So make sure y'all share the show. It's very much appreciated. Shout out to everyone. I'm getting ready to get to the chat and shout everyone out. And we're going to get into it today. We're going to get into it. So shout out to everyone. Let's see who's in the building. Shout out to the cynical one in the building. Hey, Sin. Shout out to you, Sin. One of my lovely lady mods in the building today. Good to see you. Good to see you. Shout out to you. Shout out to my man Mark in the building. Peace, peace, Mark. Shout out to Mark McJoy on the pull up. Shout out to Mark. Shout out to my man Bob in the building. What up, Bob? Salute, salute, salute. Salute. Shout out to my guy, Third Ward in the building. Salute, my brother. Salute, salute, salute. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We going there. We going there today. I don't know, y'all. Depending on how this show go, I might not do no 3:00 show. Depending on how this show go today, I might not do no 3:00 show. We might go all the way into 3:00. Who knows? We might go into triple overtime today. Because we're going to go there today. Trust me. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. And this is episode 6 of Monday Man Talk. I mean, Morning Man Talk, excuse me. Morning Man Talk. This is episode 6. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. How you doing, Miss Gigi? Shout out to you. Hey, Miss Classy Creole. Shout out to Miss Classy Creole in the building. One of my top lovely lady mods in here today. Good to see you. Good to see you. Shout out to you. I appreciate you as always. Shout out to you. See who else is in the building. Shout out to my man Club. What up, Club? Salute to you, my brother. Salute, salute, salute. Shout out to my guy GQ in the building. Salute, family. Salute. I appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you on the check-in, bro. Salute. Shout out to my man Art of War in the building. Salute, Art of War. Salute, my brother. Salute, salute, salute. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. And as Miss Classy Creole posted in the chat, it's also pinned to the top of the chat. If y'all would like to support, the links and the directions is pinned at the top of the screen. It is very much appreciated. And let me just go ahead and give my shout out. Shout out to my brother, Corey Love. Salute to my brother, man, who's been consistently supporting the tuition fund. Thank you so much, my brother. I got your donation for the month. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you, man. Salute, salute, salute. And shout out to everyone who's been supporting. And again, make sure you follow the directions so I can shout you out. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. The deadline is coming up for me to turn the money in. So again, when I turn the money in, I'm going to show y'all. When I turn the money in, I'm going to show y'all a receipt and everything. So shout out to y'all, man. I really appreciate y'all. Salute. See who else is in the building before we get into the show. What's up, George Pender? Good to see you, man. Shout out to the OG, the residential OG, Elasino in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Salute, champion. Appreciate you, man. We're going to get into it today. GP on the tube. Salute, GP. What you say, Bob? You said CGA said 900,000 women filed for divorce. Just being honest, it's not looking great. Oh, we're going to get into it, man. You know how we do over here, Bob. You know how we do over here, bro. Salute. How you doing, Miss Tanja? Salute to you. Appreciate your support. Shout out to Miss L'Oreal in the building. We got 2 top lovely lady mods in here today. Shout out to you, Miss L'Oreal. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. What's up, Dorillas? What's going on? And speaking of CGA, because see, listen, y'all see the title. Is marriage even worth it for men? Is marriage even worth it for us? Remember, this is Morning Man Talk. So I'm not asking the women this. Shout out to the ladies that's in the building. But I'm not singling y'all out. It's not about y'all. Okay? It's not about y'all, but I appreciate y'all being in the building. But it's not about y'all. I'm not getting ready to go in on the women. No. No. No, 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 no. GQ says your political party depends on your lifestyle. DS1, that was a great line from yesterday's show. Salute to you, my brother. Yes, sir. Shout out to my guy GQ, man. If you live a liberal lifestyle, you're gonna be a liberal. Running around here having threesomes and doing all types of sex rituals and doing all types of wicked, weird shit. Of course, you're gonna be a liberal. Of course, you're gonna be a Democrat. Of course. If you live the life of crime, of course, you're gonna be a Democrat. Of course, you're gonna be a liberal because that's the lifestyle. Who do you think? Who do you think these biker gangs and all? They're liberals. They're not conservatives, man. They're liberals. So shout out to my man GQ for catching that, man. Auto War says, yup, marriage is worth it if both parties screen each other properly. We're gonna get into it. I'm glad to see y'all coming in the building. Shout out to my guy T Church in the building. What up, my brother? Salute. Salute. We're gonna get into it. Because there's a lot of guys, a lot of content creators, and again, it's no personal shots at them, but honestly, I just think that it's the wrong message to be sending out here to men. But I understand why they do it. And we're gonna get into it. Is marriage even worth it, fellas? Is marriage even worth it? Is it worth it nowadays? Bob just put in the chat that according to Coach Greg Adams, a serial trick, right? An admitted serial trick, by the way. So, Bob, I'm not throwing your man under the bus, Bob. He's an admitted trick. So I'm not throwing your man's under the bus, right? I'm not dissing your homie because I know that's your man's. But you support me too. So I'm not trying to shit on your man, Greg Adams, but he's an admitted serial trick. He's a man who's admitted that he don't want a relationship. So when guys tell on themselves, you can't come to me with stats to try to back up why you want what you want. Because see, that's when I really can't get down with what you're saying. You know? See, you can't say I'm King Trick. You know, free agent lifestyle where I'm going to go around and trick as much as I want to trick, but then turn around and say, well, the reason for me tricking is because over 900,000 women filed for divorce. See, now, I can't take you serious, bro. I can't take you serious. Shout out to my comrade in the building. Salute to my brother, Mr. Sutton in the building. Salute, my brother. Salute, salute. Bob says I have nothing to do with his lifestyle. I can't take you serious. I can't take you serious. If you want to trick and that's how you want to live, then be a man and stand on that. But don't try to challenge marriage and relationships to try to use that as an scapegoat on why you a trick. Because see, a guy like me, right? who know how to read between the lines, if you're a trick and then you're using the divorce rates for your excuse for being a trick, then what you're telling me is psychologically you really want to be married. see, I'm not stupid. Shout out to my brother Corey Love in the building. Salute my brother. Salute. Good to see you, bro. See, I'm not stupid. If you're going to say all these women don't want to be married, that's why I live a free agent lifestyle, then what you're basically saying is you want to be married. You see? And this is what I found out on my journey through what we call the manosphere. A lot of this red pill shit, I'ma say it again. A lot of these red pill niggas, I'm gonna tell you why they red pill. They're only red pill because they're not happy with the person they're in a relationship with. They realize that they settled for the bare minimum and now they're stuck. And they wake up one day and realize that they could have actually had more if they would have thought more about themselves. That's all this red pill shit is about when it comes to women. That's all this is about. A bunch of unhappy, right? Heavy nutsack having brothers, sexless dudes, balls is heavy, who settled for the bare minimum, right? Because they didn't see the value in themselves. That's what all this red pill shit come from. That's where it all come from. See, that's what they won't tell y'all. These guys talking this red pill, trying to act like these guys are yearning. Why y'all laughing? They're yearning for love. They listening to the Gap Band. After they turn off the Red Pill podcast, they turn on the Gap Band. That's what they do. These dudes want to be married. They want to be married. See, that's why I don't take these guys serious, because I know what's behind this. Because guess what, y'all? I was one of them. Hey, listen, y'all. If y'all was supporting me during my manosphere days, didn't I fit in with those Negroes very well? Keep it real. If you was around here during my manosphere days, I fit in the manosphere very well. That's why my impact in the manosphere is still there to this day. You know, I had an impact in the space. I was one of them. In a messed up relationship, unhappy, because I thought so much, I thought lower myself. And see, sometimes as men, what we got to understand is sometimes as men, right? God will allow us to put ourselves in them predicaments and allow us to get to a low point so we can seek him. See, because the awareness that they talking about, that awareness comes from God. That awareness that they talking about, that they magically get, poof, the light came on. I took the red pill. No, nigga, that was God. Shut up. Shut up. I took the red pill. No, that was God. That was God. That was God telling you, you more than what you think you are. That's why you woke up one day and just had this thought in your mind to become better. That ain't no goddamn red pill. That's called God. That's called the Holy Spirit. That's God. Wake up. That's what that was. That's what that was. That wasn't no, you ain't ingest no pill. That was this. And you answered. That's what that was. That's awareness. That spiritual awareness you talking about. Talking about you ate a goddamn pill. Shut up. You didn't eat no pill. You didn't eat no goddamn pill. That was God reminding you of who he made you to be. You a man. Get up. You a man. A man don't live on his knees. He stand up on his feet. That's God. That ain't no red pill. What pill? A Advil? You pop the Advil? What pill? What you talking about? That made you want to be a better man. And you start finding your purpose as a man. And any man who has a purpose deserves a wife. See, you niggas that's speaking against marriage is because you don't have a purpose for a wife. Because you don't have a purpose for your life. How you gonna have a purpose for a wife when you don't have a purpose for your life, nigga? Huh? Y'all niggas is still running around chasing your little meat. You still chasing your little meat. See, this is why Coach Greg Adams is still chasing this. He's still chasing his little prune that's in between his legs. This is why he don't have no reason for a wife. He don't have a purpose for no wife because he don't even have a purpose in his life. Outside of paying his bills and doing what humans have to do on earth, he don't have a purpose. This is why he doesn't have a wife. That's why he don't have a wife. That's why he don't have a woman in his life. He not ready for that level of responsibility. He's still running around chasing his little prune. He's still chasing his little pecan man. He's still running around doing that. He don't have no purpose for no wife. So if you still running around going on hostros, right? No wonder marriage don't mean nothing to you. You still on the whole stroll. You haven't figured out your purpose yet. You still got to get that. You still got to get that shit up out you. And there's a lot of people who think that that comes with a certain age. It doesn't. It comes with a certain level of maturity. And a lot of men are not there yet. Are we there yet, Dad? No. Are we there yet? No. 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 And guess what, fellas? And a lot of y'all get ready to be mad at me for this. But guess what, fellas? A lot of women know that. They know that a lot of us men are not there yet. And guess what a lot of them are doing now? They're backing off. They're backing off. This ain't got nothing to do with your money. We talking about purpose. A lot of y'all not there yet. So they backing off. The women are saying, all right, okay. We got something for y'all because y'all not going to keep building us up to break us down. See, I know what these women are doing. I ain't mad at them. I just like to clown the stupid ones. I just like to clown the stupid ones. But the real ones, I know why they backing off. Because a lot of them been built up and broken down, built up and broken down, built up and broke. Because that's what a man could do to a woman if she allow it. And these women not allowing that no more. All that fluff. All that flexing and fluffing. Women tired of that. All that flexing and fluffing. They want something real. Are you really being yourself with me? Are you really transparent? I'm going to give you some time to figure this thing out. I know it may sound backwards to a lot of you guys, but this is what women are doing. I know they supposed to do that beforehand, but they doing it now, nigga. Shut up. Because there's a lot of shit we did backwards. Uh-huh. So yeah, they supposed to, but DS1, the women supposed to protect themselves and do all of that before. Nigga, shut up. You were supposed to do the same thing. Shut up, nigga. You know what pissed me off with a lot of you dudes? Y'all get up here and y'all be trying to talk to these women and talk about women like y'all they fathers. Well, you were supposed to do. Nigga, shut up. Nigga, shut up. Who you talking to? Why you telling that woman what she should have been did when da-da-da-da-da-da-da? But then when she start talking to you like that, what you try to tell her? Oh, don't talk to me like that. I'm a grown man. You shouldn't be talking to a grown-ass woman like that. She a grown woman. So you want to just keep reminding her of her shortcomings. But when she do that to you, oh, she ain't a good woman. She ain't a wife. Oh, so a husband beats his woman down to build her up. Huh? That's what husbands do? Or is that what pimps do? You fake ass pimps? Is that what pimps do? All you do is beat the woman down with her shortcomings. Oh, well, you were supposed to do that. Oh, you were supposed to handle that when you was a little girl, and you were supposed to. Nigga, what the fuck you was supposed to do? Let's get into that. Huh? Let's get into that. Let's talk about that. What about what you was supposed to do when you was 15? How about you was supposed to learn how to control your anger, nigga, when you was a little boy? How about that? Let's talk about that. marriage ain't worth it, right? It ain't worth it. Why? Because you're not ready. Why? Because you ain't never been taught how to be a husband. Why? Because you don't know where to start. But you keep pointing out these women doing. What do you know how to do as a husband? Besides go to work and pay the bills and pull your dick out at night. Huh? I'm listening. Y'all ain't gonna like this conversation. Yeah. Yup. What you know how to do besides pay the bills and pull your dick out? What else you know how to do? Oh, men don't need to know how to do nothing else. According to you niggas, you don't deserve a wife. You don't deserve a wife. Huh? You don't deserve a wife. What you talking about? What you talking about? You don't even have a purpose for this woman in your life. All you want to do is hunch, you little huncher. All you want to do is hunch. That's all you want. That's the apex of you being a husband. Paying bills and hunching. Paying bills and hunching. Paying bills and hunching. You's a huncher. But 900,000 women filed for divorce. Who cares? What do most men do in marriages? Pay bills and fuck. Let's talk. See, this is why. yeah, Dana Sims, you know. Yeah, most men don't want to talk about this, but niggas want a brotherhood. I don't want to be around you fake niggas. I don't like a superficial nigga. Dudes tell me I'm too transparent. Yo, DS1, chill. I can't stand a fake, flimsy. I can't stand them type of men. Like, bro, just say what you mean and mean what you say. Say what the fuck it is, bro. Say what it is, bro. Yeah, that shit hurt my feelings. So what, nigga? You was right. I'm one of them. Yeah, that shit hurt my feelings, bro, but you was dead ass right. I do need to stop doing that. I do need to look at this. I do need to look at that. I'm one of them dudes. I'm not with that fake shit. That's why I didn't last long in the manosphere. Because I'm not with that fake shit. And I'm not a cheerleader. And a nut warmer. I'm not a groupie. And I don't like men like that. That's where you get that disingenuous fake shit from. Most men who do that is because they want to fit in. So I ain't gonna tell an unadulterated truth because I'm gonna get them niggas over there mad. They're gonna be mad at me, and I can't play basketball with them no more because they mad at what I said. But you niggas beg for women to be honest. Well, why can't these women just talk? You don't even be honest. You niggas sit around men all day and lie. Y'all grown-ass men sit around men and lie all day, but you want women to tell men the truth. And these women sit there and watch us do this shit. They sit there and watch men lie to each other all day. And then say, babe, why would you lie to me? Nigga, I just watched you sit there for 3 hours and listen to grown-ass men tell you lies. But you want me to be real with you? I just watched you and your homeboys sit there and lie. Just sit there and drink and tell a bunch of bullshit to one another. But now you want me to be real with you. This is why these women filing for divorces. Because they in a bunch of bullshit. That's why. They're around a bunch of bullshit. They sitting around men who sitting around doing bullshit all day. Just bullshitting. There's nothing of substance. That's why they filing for divorce. That's why they filing for divorce. That's why these women are bored. Because there's nothing of substance. You niggas aren't interested. All you want to do is pay the bills and pull your meat out. Paying bills and hunching. That's all she get from you. I paid the bills, babe. Been over. Babe, we ain't got to worry about nothing. All the bills paid up for the month. Been over. That's the apex of you being a husband. And they supposed to stay with that for the rest of their life. A domesticated trick. Because that's what you are. This is why you got niggas on the internet now saying there's no difference from being a trick and being a husband. Ha ha! You see? You see how they connected? You see the sick psychology that's connected to it? This is why you got pimps who say that married men are tricks. See that? You see that? It's because the men don't have no purpose for taking on a woman outside of sex. Why did you decide to make her your life partner? So you can have someone to always dump your semen in? I'm talking to you, brother. What made you want to be married? So you can always have easy access, in-house coochie? Huh? Why did you make her your life partner? Huh? Your life partner. That means that this woman is going to be doing life with you. What you got going on in your life? La 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 la. What you got going on? What do you have to put her a part of? Oh no, she just stay in the house and cook and be ready to get hunched on. You ain't got nothing else for her to do. Outside of that, you ain't got nothing for her else to do. Nigga, you not a husband. See, y'all, you don't want to hear that though. You ain't a husband, nigga. You ain't no husband and she ain't no wife. It's called cosplay. You're cosplaying. That's why them women filing divorces. That's why. Because this is cosplay. You're cosplaying. This is why you have to vet a woman. And the first place you begin to vet a woman, fellas, is outside the goddamn bedroom. If you are interested in this woman past her looks, you have to judge her outside of back shots. You have to judge her outside of her being a throat goat. That's what's gonna make her a wife. Not her curves. The things outside of the bedroom. That's what makes her a candidate for being a wife. Because your wife is your life partner. So whatever you got going on in your life, your wife is going to be a part of it, nigga. What you got going on? Nothing. All you do is come home from work and drink a beer. You ain't got nothing going on. You ain't got no purpose. You a regular nigga. And ain't nothing wrong with being a regular dude. But don't talk that husband shit. Because you can't just be no regular dude. Hey, Angie, baby. How you doing? You can't be no regular dude and be no husband. Because it takes more responsibility. You know how women like to say, a mama's job is never done. How you think the man of the house feel? How you think the man of the house feel? Where he got to make sure all the doors is locked and everything is secure downstairs before he come upstairs and lay down and get comfortable. He got to be the first one to jump up if there's a noise. See, fellas, you got to take all of that into consideration when you think about choosing a woman to be your wife. What type of woman is she during an emergency? When it's time to jump up and go grab that Remington. Do she know what to do? Huh? Do she know what to do? Huh? What is her attitude like? How do she see herself? Not what she put on Instagram, nigga. I said how she sees herself. I didn't say her pictures on Instagram. Because y'all be all caught up in that. Let me tell you men something right now. Let me go ahead and ladies, I know y'all gonna be upset, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just go ahead and say this so brothers could go ahead and understand this. All that shit you see on social media from these females is fake. It's fake. It's fake. Fellas, stop believing it. It's an illusion. They ain't living their best life. They lonely. And I'm not telling y'all this so y'all could go and spit it in their face. See, that's what pissed me off with you dudes. This is why the women be telling me, DS1, stop telling these dudes. This is why the women be saying, DS1, don't give these men that level of game because y'all niggas go and use it as venom at women. Oh, you really be lonely. That's what you niggas going to do. I done gave y'all some shit and now y'all gonna go and spit it at women as venom. No, it's for you to keep up under your hat when you evaluating her. It's not for you to use it as a bullet, as a shot at them. No, that's for you to keep up under your hat when you evaluating, when you're vetting her. When you're vetting her. That's what that is. That ain't for you to say, oh, well, it looked like you really lonely. Shut up, goofy. Now you done just got yourself disqualified. Now you done got yourself cursed out and cut off. Now you done got yourself cursed out and cut off. Oh, man, DS1 wasn't right. It's not what this is about, bro. Because y'all men running around here saying, marriage ain't worth it. Marriage ain't worth it. You know, when any man that I've ever heard say that, you know what came to my mind? Nigga, you ain't worth it. See, because now, I'm a burst men's bubbles. A lot of these men are running around here saying, marriage ain't worth it. Marriage ain't worth it. Nigga, because you ain't worth it. You know you ain't shit as a husband. You know that. You know you ain't ready. So you want to keep blowing that whistle. You ain't worth it. And you know you're not. You know you're not. You know you ain't never been faithful to no woman you ever been with in your life. Some of you men who are up here talking shit about marriage ain't never been faithful to one woman. Not one. Not one. Some of you niggas have never been faithful to one woman. You know what that proves? You know what that shows me? You know what that shows me? You have a problem with commitment. And if you have a problem with commitment, you ain't committed to your purpose. There you go. See? You thought I was getting ready to say, you wasn't committed to her. You thought I was going, no, nigga. You have commitment issues. You not committed to your purpose. You ain't committed to really what you want out of life as a man. You not really committed to that. That's what you're not committed to. That's why you can't commit to her. That's why you can't commit to her. Because she's going to be the reflection. She's going to be the reflection of your dishonor. She's going to be the reflection of your lies, of your deceit, of your betrayal. She's going to be the reflection of it. That's why you niggas saying, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. No, it ain't worth it being with a nigga like you. It ain't worth it. Because all you going to do is drag that woman through the mud and run and waste time out that woman's life. You know you ain't worth it. Say you ain't worth it. Don't say marriage ain't worth it, nigga. You ain't worth it. You know you ain't worth it. You have sex in $30 motels. Nigga, you ain't worth it. Coach Greg Adams, you ain't worth it. You have sex in $30 nigga, you have sex in the Red Roof Inn. You ain't worth it. How about that? How about that? How about that? How about let's talk about that? You're not worth it. How about you say that as a man? Because this is morning man talk. Are you man enough to look at a woman and say, I'm not built like that. I'm not a husband type of man. Are you man enough to say that, nigga? No. That's why I don't respect men like you. Because you ain't even man enough to say I'm a piece of shit. See, I grew up around real men. I grew up around the type of men that say, boy, you don't want to be like me because I ain't shit. I grew up around those type of men. Boy, you want to grow up and be better than me. You don't want to be like me. I grew up around them type of men because I ain't shit. I grew up around them type of men. Yeah. Yeah. Stand up, stomp down. I ain't shit. You be better than me. Both of my grandfathers was hustlers, street dudes. And guess what they told us? Guess what they taught me and my cousins? Take your ass to school, boy. My grandfather ran numbers in Brooklyn, worked for the mob. My grandfather ran numbers in Brooklyn. He was a number runner. He ran numbers. Guess what he told me? He said, boy, go to school. Go to school. Go learn something so you could become something. He didn't tell me, be like me. Go get that money, boy. Mm-mm. My grandfathers told me, go get educated. Go be the man that I couldn't be. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you know what that meant? And they both had wives. They both had wives. You know what they was telling me? Boy, you go be a better husband than me. I want you to be a better husband. Yeah, your grandmamas ain't got to work. But I want you to be better than me. I don't want you to be out here in the street depending on taking care of your family the way I had to. That's what they taught me, to be better men. So that means, what did I have to do? I had to realize I have a purpose. Boy, you got a purpose, boy. You ain't gonna be like me. Getting it how I live. I wasn't raised like that. I'm not gonna sit here and say I didn't participate, but I wasn't raised like that. No. Purpose. Purpose. You can find your purpose through education. My people perish because of the lack of knowledge. So, if you don't have a purpose in life, why do you need a wife? If you're not trying to make a mark on this world, no wonder you don't want to marry that girl. Marry that girl. Anyway, marry that girl. Marry that girl. See, you don't want to marry her because you ain't trying to make a mark on this world. You ain't trying to play with the big dogs. See, the big dogs. See, because y'all like to disrespect marriage on here. See, the big dogs are the married ones. Those the big dogs. See, I always knew that. That's why I always respect and love marriage. And I have a different type of respect for married men and married women, especially the married men who carry themselves a certain way. I have a different type of respect and admiration for those brothers, because I know them brothers is living a certain type of life. That's the life I want. Big dog shit. I want that type of life. I don't want to play with the peons. Having girlfriend. My girl got a girlfriend. That peon shit. I want to play with the big dogs. Yeah, I want to be out in the deep water. I know how to swim. See, I know how to swim. I don't want to play in the kiddie pool no more. I'm 6'4". Why am I swimming in 5 feet? I'm 6'4". I'm ready to go past the buoys. Yeah, you know when you pass the buoys in the pool? Yeah, I'm ready to go down there. Yeah, I'm ready to go down there. The big dogs. The big dogs. And that's what I'm in the preparation of. And I've been preparing this for a long time. God has been preparing me for this for a long time. He's been preparing me since my last relationship that I've been out of for some years now. He was preparing me then. see, fellas, if you don't see and understand where your life is going and how God is moving in your life, you'll say silly stuff like, marriage ain't even worth it. See, when a man say marriage isn't worth it, what you telling me as a man is you telling me that you see yourself as a guppy. You see yourself as a goldfish. All you know how to do is just swim around the tank and eat and stay in a small, contained situation. You scared. See, a lot of y'all scared. Yeah, I said it. A lot of y'all scared. You're scared to drop your nuts, boy. Yeah. You know how when you got to transition your son from wearing briefs to boxers? Yeah, it feels funny. I feel air on my nuts. Yeah. It's time for your nuts to drop, son. Yeah. No more briefs. You don't wear Power Rangers no more. Now you're wearing boxers. Now you're gonna feel your nuts hanging. Yeah, it's time. Hey, fellas, don't get up here and keep talking shit to women all day and you still wearing briefs, nigga. You still wearing briefs when it come to being a man. Your balls ain't dropped. You scared. You scared. You scared. Uh-huh. You scared to be you're scared to be held in high regard. Mm-hmm. Because you scared you might let him down. Guess what, nigga? Guess what? I'm scared too. I'm scared too. I'm scared too. I'm scared too. I'm scared with you, bro. I'm scared that all the shit I think I know, I might not really know. I'm scared too. I'm scared to let my wife down when she becomes my wife. I'm scared of how she may react if I do something that she may just take to the goddamn end of the earth. Nigga, I'm scared too. I'm scared too, bro. That shit is for real. I'm not just up here talking shit and poking my chest. Nigga, I'm scared too. I'm scared that one day all the shit that I do may not be good enough. I'm scared too. That one day during an argument, my wife just come out and say, well, nigga, you don't do nothing for me. I'm scared too. I'm scared of that too. I'm scared of that too. Don't think I'm just up here talking. I'm scared of that too. Let me get to these super chats. Shout out to God the Brand. What up, God the Brand? What's going on, fam? Salute to you, man. He says, great consistency since the beginning. Salute to you, my brother. I appreciate you, man. I didn't even know you still be coming through, man. Shout out to God the Brand. Shout out to Bob, man. Salute to my brother Bob. He says you're dropping facts. Salute, Bob. Shout out to my brother Bob for doubling up. He says marriage is worth it. But I had to admit that if certain things ain't in place, I won't get married. To some people, it ain't shit for not compromising. Facts. Shout out to my brother Bob, man. Appreciate you, bro. And you see what you just said? If certain things ain't in place, and I know that those things that you're talking about are things within yourself. Things that are within yourself and things that woman is going to display. If those things are not in place, you ain't pursuing as you should not. That's why it's called the vetting process. It's a process. But I'm scared too. I'm scared too. I ain't even married and I'm scared. Because what I went through in my last relationship that I'm going to fully break down in my documentary. And speaking of my documentary, I'm going to have to shoot it again because I shot the whole documentary. I sent it to somebody who was supposed to edit it and put certain things together for me, and things didn't work out, which is cool. That just shows me that I got to do it over and I got to do it bigger and I got to do it better. But literally, that whole docuseries is about my last relationship, which was a 12-year relationship, which has prepared me for the man I am today because of what I've been through. You see? So it's okay. It's okay, fellas, to be scared. But guess what? We men, we've been doing shit scared since we were young. We men. We men. Does that mean we don't get scared? No. But God didn't give us the spirit of fear. He gave us courage, bravery as men. So there's going to be a lot, including marriage, that we're going to have to do scared. Yeah. Because it might go wrong. But guess what? That's the wiles of life. You think I'm going to allow what might happen to stop me from what I truly desire? You think I'm going to allow that? No, I'm not going to let life stop me. Oh, this could happen, DS1. Oh, she could take you for everything. Yeah, she can. And guess what I could do? I could start over. I could start over. You know how I know I could start over? I'm doing it now. I've been doing it the past few years. Start over. See, fellas, you can't allow life to break you. And we at a point in time in society where a lot of men are just broken. That's why I say you got to heal before you build. See, you're not going to see if you need a wife or not until you begin your healing process. If you haven't started your healing journey, you're not going to see the perks of a wife. And why a wife is needed for a purposeful man. Martin Luther King needed Coretta Scott King. Even though he treated her like he didn't need her. Malcolm needed Betty. You think these strong, influential men don't need their wives? They do. That's the key to their empire. Do you know that? Ask Diddy. See, some of them need these women so much that when these women are ready to leave, because how they being treated. Some of them pop up unalive, but we ain't gonna get into that. Rest in peace to Kim Porter. Rest in peace to Kim Porter. See, once you're ready to play with the big dogs, you got to have a wife. You got to have a wife, bro. Your wife is what make you a big dog. Yeah. Yeah. Just like her having a husband makes her a boss bae. Boss bae. Ain't no boss baes single. Ain't no boss baes without a husband. The real boss baes got husbands. They got husbands. Because he, right, is the reason why she's a boss. Because who you think backing her? And vice versa. Who you think backing him? Huh? Look at Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. See how this works? Ain't no boss. You ain't no boss bae without no husband. You ain't that. Without that. Shout out to my brother Ant T. Salute, Ant. Appreciate you, bro. Salute. You see? We run around here talking about, oh, marriage ain't worth it. Then what you married to? You married to something. What you married to? You married to sex. You're married to food. You're married to your job. You're married to YouTube. You're married to social media. You're married to Instagram. You're married to TikTok. What you married to? Oh, no, you married to the Louis store. No, you married to the Coach store. No, you're married to the Cheesecake Factory. No, you're married to Ruth Chris. No, you're married to Bentley. No, you're married to Mercedes Benz. But marriage ain't worth it. Nigga, you married to Five Guys. Oh, let's not forget you married to video games. Huh? You married to weed. You married to weed. You married to Don. You married to Don Julio. You married to Anejo Casamigos. You married to that. You married to the goddamn bottle. But marriage ain't worth it. But you're already married to alcohol. And you could look this up. Alcohol is an actual demonic spirit called alcohol. Look it up. Alcohol. It's where they got the name alcohol from. You can look this up if you think I'm lying. Hey, Taylor, good morning. Taylor saying good morning today. Look. See, Taylor trying to get married, y'all. She's saying good morning. Let me stop playing with you, Taylor. Good to see you, Taylor. Alcohol. Look it up. That's an actual demonic spirit. This is where they got the name alcohol from. Alcohol. It's an actual demon. You married to alcohol. But then you come on the internet and say, oh, marriage ain't shit. You married to the bottle. You married to alcohol. That's your man. Your man name is alcohol. A demon. You married to a demon. You married to a whole demon. Don't even know it. You ain't even know it. You ain't even know it. Alcohol. You ain't even know it. Married to destruction. You ain't even know it. But you're talking against marriage and don't even know you in a marriage. Don't even know your ass is in a marriage. And you married to a nigga named Don Julio. That's your husband. His name Don Julio. That's why it's called Wines and Spirits. You married to a nigga named Don Julio. That's who you married to. Look what the OG said. Look what the OG said. Alcohol turns me into Mr. Hyde. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Look what people saying in the chat. Alcohol turns me into a witch. What the? Look at this. Do you know that's why some marriages stay together for a long time? Because they're able to be with each other and keep up each other's addictions. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And those are the marriages that people want to stay away from now. Those toxic marriages. That's what people don't want. Those toxic marriages. You know those marriages that's based on addiction? Mm-hmm. Y'all both got an addiction and y'all both supply each other with what y'all need. And that's what keep y'all happy. But deep down inside, y'all really don't love each other. Because if y'all was to remove y'all connection to y'all addictions, y'all would no longer love each other. And y'all would tell each other how y'all actually feel about one another. Yeah. I see some of y'all are saying drugs. It's not always drugs. You know what's the number one drug that keep toxic marriages together? Who? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Shout out to everyone in the chat, man. I love the chat participation. Put it in the chat. Rick Slick. What's good, Rick? What up, Double C? Salute my brother. My wife and I are both gamers. We're addicted to video games, but she held me down and still does. What do y'all think is the number one addiction that keep toxic marriages together? I'm waiting. I want to see what y'all got to say. Shout out to my brother Self University. Salute my brother. The number one addiction. Because see, every time y'all hear addictions and stuff, the first thing y'all go is drugs. There you go, Taylor. Sex. That is the strongest drug that keep toxic marriages together. It's the sex. It's sex. Sex is the drug that people ignore. They ignore that drug. They'll talk about weed. They'll talk about cocaine. They'll talk about alcohol. They'll talk about cigarettes. But they never talk about that sex craze. They never talk about that. They never talk about how we solve our problems through sex. We don't solve our problems through words. We got to have sex to get this off. Fellas, stop letting these women have sex with you as a form of apology. Yep, I said it. I said it. Fellas, stop allowing women to apologize with sex. You're going to apologize with your words. I don't want no coochie. I want to know if you're really sorry. I want to know if you're really sorry. Pull your drawers up. I want to know if you're really sorry. I want to look you in your eyes. I want to know if you're really sorry. Yeah. It's about what we gonna do, fellas. This is man talk. Stop allowing women to use sex as a form of apology. Because if we gonna be the leaders, then we gonna have to lead. We gonna have to lead. That means we gonna have to think ahead of our women. That's why it's called provision. Foresight and provision goes hand in hand. That's why provision just isn't tangible things. When a man provides provision, he's not just providing tangible things. That's why it's called provision. Foresight is a part of a man's provision, because he's not just taking care of his family for his family to be taken care of now. It's about doing things for the future. Provision. But you got to have a vision as a man. You see? You got to have a vision. Purpose. That's why we're called the visionaries. Purposeful men. We ain't having sex to get a nut off no more. We not taking on women just to hunch on them. That's because, you know why, fellas? Because that's a waste of your time. That's a waste of your energy. That's a waste of your life force. Forget whatever's happening to her, because she got to deal with that. We talking to the men. See, now is the time where everything that has to be done for a purpose, on purpose. Not saying that everything is going to work. No, because that's not life. But you should only be taking on women that's for a purpose in your life. If she don't have a purpose outside of the bedroom in your life, she don't need to be nowhere around you. And I'm gonna go even deeper, fellas. You don't even need to be hunching on her. Because, fellas, let's be real. Especially to my single brothers. Just like single women, when you get the hunching and shorty got that good, you're gonna catch feelings. You're gonna catch feelings. And those feelings are distorted. All those thoughts and feelings you got about her are distorted because they're being generated through sex, through your lust. So all that shit I think I might have found the right one. Yeah, the right one for your Johnson. You just found the good one for your Johnson. You ain't found one for your life. You don't know that. Y'all just had sex. You don't know what she about to bring in your life. She's the right one for your Johnson. Not for your life. This is why y'all got to stop hunching on everything. Stop running around here like a stray German shepherd trying to hump on everything. You a grown-ass man. You should be moving with purpose and intent. You run around here humping on everything. What's wrong with you, bro? That shows you don't have a purpose. Because you know an animal's purpose is to do the basic things that animals do. That's why they do it. You're a human being. You're a human. You see the difference? Animals are doing what they're doing based on their instincts, based on what their DNA coding tells them to do. You run around here hunching on shit like you just ain't got nothing else to do in life. Nothing else to do. Nothing. And then wondering why you empty at night. See, fellas, Don't sit here and act like you're not lonely, fellas. You're lonely. You're lonely. I'm lonely. Because you want a wife, bro. You know that back page hoe ain't enough. You want to have meaningful encounters with women. And ladies, a lot of us men, this is what we want now. A lot of men ready to be in love now. See, a lot of y'all done backed up. See, I know what's going on. A lot of women done said, okay, we done love these niggas enough. Now we backing up. And now the men are saying, baby, I'm begging. Baby, I'm begging, baby, I'm begging. Baby, I'm begging, begging. Niggas done turned to Cash Cobain. Baby, I'm begging, begging. And the women are saying, no. No. So what, nigga? I don't believe you. You got to put in some work. No. You got to do more. No, it's not enough. You got to do more. No, I'm tired. No, I'm tired. No, whatever. So what? Okay, he's nice. And so what? He still wants something from me. I don't want that. This is what's going on. And the men are getting so upset that the women ain't opening the door. But guess why they not opening it? Guess why they ain't opening it? Because you ain't got nothing for them to be a part of but a sex act. Let's be real. Be real. You ain't got nothing to... See now y'all about to get mad at me. You niggas ain't never motivate a woman in your life. Yeah. Uh-huh. See, you know that's part of being a husband too, right? You got to motivate your woman. Have you ever motivated a woman? I'm not talking about what you heard from Lucario, nigga. I'm not talking about what you heard from Rosebud and Pimpin' Ken. I'm not talking about that motivation, nigga. Get that dumb shit, get that Too Short shit out your head. See, all them niggas are actors. Too Short been married for 30 years. He's an actor. He ain't no pimp. He's an actor. So when I'm talking about motivating, a lot of y'all men know, yeah, I done gave women plenty. Relax. Relax, pimping Marty. little Maddie. Relax, little Kelpie. Relax, Kelpie. I'm not talking about that. Have you ever spoke life into your woman? That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about you done taught her how to go get you some money. No, Kelpie. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about speaking life into a woman. Huh? You ever did that before? You ever did that before? Shout out to my brother Ant, man. Let me catch up on these super chats real quick. Ant says, you keep cooking, fam. I'm glad to support real content and a real content creator. Well done, my brother. Salute, bro. Salute, man. I appreciate you, man. You already know. Shout out to my brother Ant for doubling up. He says, serotonin. Sex is just the most instantly gratifying vessel for it. Talk about it, Ant. Salute, my brother. Salute, salute, salute. Salute to you for tripling up. Salute to my brother Auntie, man. He says it's tough for a lot of women to accept that men need more than ass, titties, and sex. A lot resort to emasculation tactics and insults when men try to explain that. That's a fact. That's a fact. And guess what, Aunt? Because I've heard that from a lot of brothers. Guess what? Guess what that should tell us men? When a woman get to doing that because you see her more than just her assets, guess what that should tell you? Run! That's what it should tell men. It shouldn't tell men marriage ain't worth it. It should tell men to run. You run from them women. That's what I'm going to tell my son. If you tell a woman you see her past sex and she begins to emasculate you and disrespect you because she don't see herself past a back shot, you run, son. Run. That's a demon. That's a demon. It's a demon in that woman. You run from her. She don't see herself past the bedroom. Run, son. Run and keep running, and you better not never look back. Don't answer no phone calls. We got the t-shirts. Blocky. Blocky. She should make the block list. She should make the block list. Expeditiously. You know, that's T.I.'s favorite word. That's T.I.'s favorite word. Expeditiously. You should run from women like that, fellas. If you tell a woman that you see something more than her outside of sex, and that's what you want to explore, and she gets to doing all this weirdo stuff, you run from her. You don't try to see if, no, run. Because see, that's the problem with us men. Because we be horny. We be horny too. Let's keep it real, fellas. When these women get to doing all that, instead of us running and getting away from them, we try to talk them down. I'm saying, no, we could do that first, but bing, there she got you. She got you. She got you. She got you. She got you to go against your morals and your principles and your values. And then once she gets you to bend on that, guess what else she gonna bend on? Everything else. Because now all she got to do is what? Bend over. All she got to do is bend over. You gonna shut up. And there's women who rule their households and marriages like this. Shut up, nigga. Come get this. All right. Okay. It is fat though. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 I know you might not like that, ladies, but you know that's the truth. A lot of y'all coochies run your household. Your coochie run the house. You don't run the house, your coochie do. And your big old booty. That's what run the household. That's what keep your husband in line. That's why he do whatever you want him to do. Because you got that big old booty. Mm-hmm. I know, I'm a man. And I like big booties. Huh. Don't think I don't know. Don't think I don't know. I know what run your marriage. That big old booty. That's what run that marriage. Because he gonna do whatever you say. When you get the arching. When that arch. When you get the arching. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's that. There you go, OG. That's that meat muzzle. Mm-hmm. Soon as she get the arching, a nigga shut right down. He shuts down. Fellas, this is why I keep telling y'all. This is why I just told y'all. Stop trying to hunch on everything, bro. Stop. If she's not worth anything past hunching, you shouldn't even hunch. Real talk. If you looking for a wife, if you looking for a wife, if you looking for something meaningful, don't even give her none. Don't give her nothing. Don't give her nothing, bro. Don't give her none. Because see, let me tell you something, fellas. Women ain't gonna tell you this. They ain't gonna tell you this. But they be banking on men giving up that dick. Oh, yeah. See, women ain't gonna say this. This is how they talk around their girlfriends. Women know that if they present themselves a certain way, he gonna get that dick up. Women know this. He gonna get that dick up. I'ma get, women say it all the time. I'ma get what I want. I'ma get what I want. Just like they switched the game up on us, fellas, let's switch the game up on them. I don't want none. I'm good. Yeah, it's fat. I'm good. I'm good. And now, if I'm gay, because I don't want to hunch on you, then guess what you are to me? You are a weirdo. And I'm going to leave you alone. And I'm not going to second guess putting you on a block list and never thinking about you ever again in life. Because you don't mean nothing to my life. So what I need to think about you ever for again? Why do I need to consider why I shouldn't block you and why I shouldn't cut you off? Goodbye. Goodbye. Hit her with the little rascals. That's me. Because I'm a purposeful man. Don't act like you're gonna be in my life for a purpose when all you want to do is get hunched on. Because after we hunch, guess what I'm gonna do? Alfalfa. Ain't nothing to talk about. I don't want to talk. I don't want to be your friend. For what? You don't want to be my friend. You don't want to be my friend. You want to get hunched. I'm not just trying to hunch. I'd rather save my energy for something meaningful. So you got me. You got what you wanted. Alfalfa. Alfalfa. So you got to be willing to do that, fellas. You got to be, come on, man. Anything that's a detriment to your purpose, you should not hesitate to get rid of. Excuse me. You should not ever consider not getting rid of. If something is a detriment to your purpose, that should always be on the list of getting deleted out your life. That includes people, places, and things, and thoughts. You see? So a wife is supposed to benefit you outside of the bedroom. She's supposed to benefit you. How can you find this out as a man? How can you find this out? You can find this out by looking at her attitude. What is her attitude like? What is her family like? her friends, the people she be around, her environment. This is how you vet her. This is how you vet her. You got to go be around her family. You got to meet her friends, talk to her friends. This is how you get to know who she really is. Because when you start, getting into those things, you start to understand who she is outside of being with a man. You see? Outside of the bedroom, because only you and her should know about how she is in the bedroom. Outside of that, who are you? Who are you around your family? Who are you to your sisters, your brothers, your cousins, your church family? Who are you there? Who are you to other people's children? How do children deal with you? How do older people deal with you? How do you present yourself when we go out? Are you a pleasant person? Do you say please and thank you? You men don't pay attention to none of that. Because you looking at her hips, lips, and tits. That's all you doing. You looking at her lips, tips, and hips. You ain't paying attention to vibes. You ain't paying attention to her energy. See, a lot of you men don't know how to vet a woman. That's why you're saying marriage ain't worth it. Because you don't even know how to look for something of quality. You know, when it come to women, a lot of you niggas been in Burlington Coat Factory your whole life. When it comes to the world of women, a lot of you niggas you've been in Rainbow. And I love women that wear rainbow clothes. So I ain't talking about that. Y'all get the drift. Fellas, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about women of substance, quality. The quality of that woman. You ain't never had a woman of quality. You ain't never had that. Because see, I'm getting ready to get into this video. Because a woman of quality requires more. See, a woman of quality requires more care. Just like different material. You see? Different material, right? That's of a different quality calls for a different type of care. So a woman of quality, right? She requires you to be different. Because you're going to have to care for her differently than how you cared for the rest. You see? The quality. And with quality comes a different level of what? Care. And a lot of you men, y'all don't understand this. You think that you're supposed to treat every woman the same. This is why you don't understand the importance of a wife. See, this how you know the type of woman you dealing with too. pay attention to the type of gifts she give you. See, is she the type that always buy you superficial stuff and not stuff that you need? Pay attention to that. See, now we talking about wife qualities. You see? Let's get into this video. Shout out to everyone that's in the building, man. Make sure y'all like and share the show. Make sure y'all like and share the show. Let's get into this video. Powerful video, man. This video is what encouraged me to do today's show. Let's get into it.
For your marriage is that you will come behind your husband and say, if you don't lead us, we won't go. If you lead us into poverty, that's where we'll end up. If you lead us into disorder, that's where we'll end up. If you lead us into disobedience, that's where we'll end up. No pressure. Can I tell you, my wife's trust in me is at the very top of the list of things that keep me accountable. She trusts me. And when I think about all the reasons that I don't want to fail, all the reasons that I want to make sure that I give my life to things that are worthy of my time and resources, when I think of all the reasons that I want to make sure that I continue to walk in righteousness and holiness, it's because to disappoint that woman is not something I could live with. And so, wives, I know this sounds very scary, to plant yourself behind your husband and to say, listen, it's not like if you don't do it, I'm going to do it instead. It's like, no, if you don't do it, it's not going to get done. There will be no head in our family if you don't take spiritual leadership. We will have no direction if you don't seek God and give us direction. It's like, yeah, this is how you hold your husband accountable. You hold his feet to the fire and say, our family will rise and fall to your level. So get into prayer, get into God's word, get into fellowship with godly men that inspire you. Learn from them how they lead their families. Because if you don't lead ours, our family's not going anywhere. That's headship. That's what it looks like for a husband to be like the savior of the body or of the family. And God's order for your marriage is that you will come behind your husband and say, if you don't lead us, we won't go. If you lead us into poverty, that's where we'll end up. If you lead us into disorder, that's where we'll end up. If you lead us into disobedience, that's where we'll end up. No pressure. Can I tell you, my wife's trust in me is at the very top of the list of things that keep me accountable. She trusts me. And when I think about all the reasons that I don't want to fail, all the reasons that I want to make sure that I give my life to things that are worthy of my time and resources, when I think of all the reasons that I want to make sure that I continue to walk in righteousness and holiness, it's because to disappoint that woman is not something I could live with. And so, wives, I know this sounds very scary, to plant yourself behind your husband and to say, listen, it's not like if you don't do it, I'm going to do it instead. It's like, no, if you don't do it, it's not going to get done. There will be no head in our family if you don't take spiritual leadership. We will have no direction if you don't seek God and give us direction. It's like, yeah, this is how you hold your husband accountable. You hold his feet to the fire and say, our family will rise and fall to your level. So get into prayer, get into God's word, get into fellowship with godly men that inspire you. Learn from them how they lead their families. Because if you don't lead ours, our family's not going anywhere. That's headship.
Shout out to my comrade in the building. Salute, 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 my brother. Salute. Good to see you, bro. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan, man. He says attitude and mindset matters as it separates quality women from feral failures. Quality women require more of you, like purpose-driven type progress, planning, and presentation. Salute to my brother and fellow visionary. Salute to my comrade, man. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, man. And shout out to Sir Leo Puma. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate your super chat. He says, when I tell people that I want a wife, not hoeing around, people look at me like I got three heads. Man. Ignore them people, bro. Shout out to my man, Sir Leo Puma. Shout out to everyone on the super chat, man. But that video is what inspired today's show. And you heard what that man said. Fellas, what happens when you meet that woman that says to you, you are the leader. I'm waiting for you to lead. Because you heard what the brother said. He said, not if you don't do it, I'ma do it. No, that's not the woman. That's not the wife. That's not the wife. That's not the woman who submitted to God's word. Oh, if you don't do it, then I'ma do it. Then I'ma run the show. No, that's not of God. That's why a lot of you women run around here and you can't have. Because you're taking on things you're not supposed to. Notice what that brother said. It's not the woman who says, if you don't lead, I'm a lead. See, that's not a wife. It's not a wife. The wife understands God's word, and what she tells her husband is based on your leadership is what we will have. I'm going to make do with whatever you produce. This family will only go as high as you. Not that bullshit they be talking on the internet. It's only going to go as high as their women. Shut up. No. That's not according to the Bible. That's according to the conscious community. And a bunch of them niggas live off their wives. So we ain't even going to get into that. See, according to the word of God, the man is the head. So, fellas, what happens when you meet that woman? Huh? It gets scary. When that woman say, this household is only going to be as great as you. We only going to go as far as you. See? Are you ready for that, brothers? Are you ready for that? Are you ready for that? Huh? Are you ready for that? For a woman to hold your feet to the fire. See, a lot of y'all ain't been with no real women. See, I finally got one in my life. I finally got one in my life, a real woman who understands what a man is. See, a real woman ain't gonna sit up there and argue. They ain't gonna do all that arguing. They just gonna remind you of who you are, who God made you to be. And that's enough. Listen, a woman who has presence, she ain't got to do all that screaming. See, when women get to do all that riffing and screaming, that's because they ain't got no real presence. That's hot air. Ain't no men listening to that. Whatever, yeah. Hold this. Shut up. See, a real woman with presence, all she got to do is show up and remind you of who you are. babe, I know you've been down for a minute, but don't forget who God is making you into becoming. Don't forget that you on a journey to becoming the best version of yourself. Don't get discouraged, babe. I just want to let you know not to get discouraged. See, that make a man like me go, that make me turn to a Super Saiyan. That make me want to turn Super Saiyan. Like, that make me want to do more. That make me want to work harder. Because I know what's in my corner. That's a ride or die. Babe, we only as good as you. That's real ride or die. What that man displayed in this video, what he spoke about. When a woman tell you, babe, we counting on you. Yeah, we got what we got for now, but we only gonna get more based on what you do. God made you the head, and I'm following God. Babe, don't forget that. And if that don't wake a real man up, if that don't wake you up and see what you got in your corner. See, when you got a woman talking to you like that, bro, that's a clear indication of a wife. Hey, Kari. Shout out to Kari in the building. Clear indication of a wife. Babe, it's not about what you got, it's about who you are. Clear indication of a wife. Clear indication. Not somebody sitting around complaining and whining about what they ain't got and what they need all the time. See, that's a clear indication of you being somebody's side chick. See, wives don't sit around doing that all day. Sitting around complaining and worrying and no. Because wives have a duty to their family. They ain't sitting around in the tizzy and talking the way these other chicks are talking. This is how you know they not wives. So fellas, stop listening to that. Stop indulging, involving yourself with women who are not wife material. Be around the chicks who are wife material. You husband material, right? See, you can't keep claiming you husband material, but you hanging at the whole house. Stop, bro. Stop. And I'm not saying you're not a good guy, but there's some shit you got to work out within yourself. You hanging down at the local hoe house, talking about you ain't no wives out here. Like you husband material. As if you ready to take on that level of responsibility. Half you niggas don't even like women around y'all. Y'all been dealing with hoes for so long, a lot of y'all don't even like women around y'all. Y'all don't even like women in y'all living space. That's why y'all don't have girlfriends. That's why y'all don't take on women. You pay for them. You don't even like women around you. How you want a wife? That woman gonna be around you 24/7. Half of you men don't even like women around you. You don't even like women being in your room, hanging out with you. You get tired of them. How you want a wife? See, this is some internal stuff that men got to work on within themselves. This ain't got nothing to do with, oh, well, the women just, bro. If all the women got right now, you still wouldn't even be ready for a wife. And you know that. Big Freedom says, bro, a lot of us aren't marrying anymore because they're a pain in our ass. You see that? And what you think you are to a woman? Your name is Big Freedom. You sound like just by you saying that, it sound like you just a dude who get on chicks' nerves. Big Freedom. Sound like you just a shit talker. You like to talk shit to women. There's a lot of you dudes like that. Y'all like to sit around and talk shit to women. Always want to tell a woman who she is and what she is. Nigga, relax and worry about what the fuck you need to be doing as a man. A lot of you niggas just like to sit around women and tell women who they are and who they're not. You sitting there wasting time when you got shit to do as a man. You niggas get on my nerves with that shit. Sitting around women. That's why women don't like y'all. All you do is sit around women and critique them. Well, actually, if you was doing this, and actually, if you did that, that's all you do. You're a pain in the ass. You're a pain in the ass. Your name is Big Freedom. You a pain in the ass, nigga. I know you are. And guess what? When you be around people, guess what's going to happen? Y'all going to get on each other's nerves. So what? I tell my woman real quick, so what if I get on your nerves? You don't want me to be here? All right, then. You get on my nerves too. That don't mean I don't want you in my life. Yeah, too judgmental and too flimsy, OG. You know, a lot of these dudes are flimsy nowadays. They complain and whine about shit. Oh, she's getting on my nerves like a little kid. Because they don't like women. Or they so used to not being around women and women being around them that every little thing get on their nerves. And they act whiny. How a lot of these dudes are. That's why y'all pay for women too. See, I ain't stupid. That's why y'all pay for chicks too. See, look, dumb nigga. See, look, dumb nigga. Dumb nigga. This is a dumb nigga right here. Big Freedom. I have plenty of women, bro. Nigga, I don't care. Grown ass man telling another man, I got plenty of women, like we in high school. See what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? He came into this stream to justify why marriage isn't worth it to him. Because he got plenty of women. Cornball. Cornball nigga. What up, UFO? Cornball. Straight cornball. He's a cornball. Cornball. I got plenty of women. You came in here to tell me that? You cornball? You could have wrote that on your Facebook status. Why you coming here to tell me that? Because you a cornball. See, the shit that y'all be doing, I know why these chicks don't be liking y'all and don't be rocking with y'all. Because y'all be cornballs. Y'all corny. Straight cornholio. You's a corn. Cornball. I got a lot of girls. I got a lot of girls. Shut your dumb ass up. Grown ass men still talk like that? I got a lot of women in 2025. Shut your dumb ass up. Come on, man. That way of presenting as a man is played out. Y'all don't know that? Y'all don't know that? Oh, I got a lot of women. I know you do. What, you in the 9th grade? Bozo? How you doing, Wanda? Shout out to Puerto Rico. She says the cornball isn't enough for a real woman. See? See? Anonymous says, he what TLC sung, he a scrub. The only women he has are on OnlyFans. I got a lot of women. Who does that? What grown man tells other grown men that? Yo, boy, I got a lot of women. What? like dudes would be looking at him like, yo, bro, who you talking to? Oh, no, I'm telling you, bro, I got a lot of women. Yo, I'll be back. That's me. That's me. I'm one of them. Oh, some weird shit. I'll be back. Let me get up out of here. let me get away from these people. Let me get away from these people. He's a weirdo. So stop saying what's not worth something that you ain't even prepared for. You ain't even prepared for. Half of y'all got married and you wasn't prepared for marriage because you wasn't prepared to share your life with somebody. A lot of y'all are so goddamn selfish, you can't even share a pack of cheese with somebody. This is another reason why you men don't work out in marriages now. You're too goddamn selfish. You don't know how to share nothing. Can you share something with your woman? Or you got to always have your own and she got to always have her own? See, I pay attention to that. See, that's that new marriage shit. I'm traditional. My wife could have the last piece of my candy bar. Babe, you want it? You sure? Yeah, you could have it. This new marriage shit is he got whatever he want, I got whatever I want, and we don't share snacks. What type of weird shit is that? So if I want some of your chips, I can't have none of your chips because I ain't buying them. And because you ain't buy them for me because I didn't pick them when we went to the store. So now I can't have none. Man, get your phony fake ass from around me. Trying to hide you being greedy and selfish. I know what that shit is. Let me get some of your chips. You can have some of mine. So what if I picked them? So what? Give me some. The fuck? I'm not with this weird shit that y'all be on now. I'm old school, man. I'm old school. I'm very old school, man. I'm old school, Classy Creole. Y'all know I'm 50 years old. I'm old school, man. I was born in the 70s. I'm old school. I like old school stuff. I do things the old-fashioned way. Not everything, but a lot of it I do. Yes, you could have the last chicken, my piece of chicken. I'm old school like that, man. I'm still gonna give my woman my coat if she cold. You could have my coat. You know, I'm old school like that. These new, I be listening. People be like, oh, me and my husband, he get his own stuff, I get my own stuff, and he can't touch my stuff, and I don't touch his stuff. That's weird to me. That's weirdo shit. And listen, to each his own. However y'all conduct y'all marriages is y'all. I'm not, that's just weird to me. That's weird. That's weird. That's weird. NICU Grass says, being able to completely share everything is what I've been working on in my current relationship. Come on, man. If we share a life together, I can't have none of your goddamn Doritos. I might have to put my life on the line in the next 5 seconds for you. I can't have none of your goddamn Funyuns. Are you serious, girl? Are you serious? So I can't have none of your chocolate eclair, and I might be dead in the next 30 minutes protecting your goddamn life, and I can't have none of your soda. Cause I ain't pick it. You see how dumb that is? The lack of depth. People don't think that far. You being selfish. Your husband could die in the next 5 minutes. And the last thing you remember is y'all was arguing over your ice cream because you ain't want to give him none. You see that? You see how people take advantage of life and not cherish life and not cherish people? You see that? You see that? Now all you wish you could do is give him some goddamn ice cream. Now you're sitting up in the room crying, "Ah, my husband," and you feeding the goddamn ghost ice cream. Now you're feeding the ghost ice cream. Fool. But people still want to run around here and say, marriage ain't worth it. You got men running around here talking about the goddamn divorce rates like that got something to do with them. As if that got something to do with you. Why you keep talking about the divorce rates? Are you a part of it? No, right? Then shut up. I don't care about the divorce rates. The divorce rates don't dictate whether me and my wife stay together. I don't live my life according to goddamn statistics. I live my life. I live my life. The hell? What? I don't care what the statistics say. So because the statistics say what they say, I'm not going to show up as the man that I am, as the husband that I want to be, because what the divorce rates say. So now you're going to be a piece of shit husband because you might end up getting a divorce anyway. You're a weak. That's weak. That's weak. If that's your mindset as a man, you're weak. That's weakness. Men don't operate that way. Men don't operate that way. That's weak. That's weakness. You know how weak that is? Do you know how weak that is? To say my life and my marriage ain't gonna work based on statistics. That I'm gonna end up the same way. I'm gonna end up a statistic. You know how weak you sound as a man to believe that? That you're gonna be a statistic? That's a weakness. That's not becoming of a man. That doesn't show strength. What happened to defying the odds? What happened to men moving like that? It's too much men crying about statistics and what this show and what that show, as if your life is the proof of it. If your life is the opposite of a statistic, then why the hell you talking about statistics? When you've overcame things, when you've beat the odds. By a certain age, you were supposed to be dead or had 8 kids. You don't have neither one. You don't have neither one. Hold on, y'all. Okay, we back. We back. Shout out to my brother Corey Love, man. Salute to you, my brother. Salute. I appreciate that, bro. He says, bro, you inspiring men today. I'm inspired. Hey, bro, salute to you, my brother. It's a pleasure to inspire big dogs, man. Salute, my brother. I'm honored. Shout out to my guy, man. Shout out to my comrade. Salute my brother for doubling up. He says we always have to prepare for the very things we pray for. Complacency and complaining are self-fulfilling plagues. Oh my God. A self-fulfilling plague. Too many of us fear actual maturity and internal work. Man. Shout out to my brothers, man. Salute to y'all, man. Salute, man. Salute. Gotta send this text message real quick, y'all. Y'all give me 1 second. 1 second. My bad, y'all. We back. Double C says, so alcohol is known as a body-eating spirit. See, you looked it up, my brother. Salute. But I wanted to come and have this conversation today, man, because again, that video that I played was very inspiring to me because I'm beginning to realize what a wife is and what a husband is. And it's none of what we thought, y'all. It's none of what we thought. It's not what we think it is, man. What's up, LT, man? Salute. Shout out to Ayo Kadisha in the building. How you doing, Ayo Kadisha? When I found what the man, that I need, what man I need, I guess, not just what I desired, but what I needed, I made a choice that I would become what he needed too. That change took many years, but I love my life. Shout out to Miss Kadisha. See that? That was powerful, sis. Shout out to you. She said when she got out of the mode of her desire, more when she began to realize that what she needed was more important than what she desired, what she wanted, she became the woman her man needed because he was the man that she needed. He wasn't the man she wanted. He was the man she needed. And in return, she became the woman he needed. See, that's a marriage right there. That's a marriage. I love to hear that. I love to hear that. You see that? But see, today, these modern people will tell you it's about what you want. Y'all be forgetting that the devil always give you what you want. The devil always give you what you want. See, y'all be forgetting that part. Y'all be forgetting that part, man. Y'all be forgetting that part. It's not about, right, it's not transactional. A marriage is not transactional. Are we what we need? If you don't have what I need as a woman, I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need you. Because in my life with women, there's a lot of things that I've desired that I already got. I already got. I want what I need now. That's what matters. Does this woman possess what I need? Does she possess peace? Because if I'm going to go out and take on the goddamn world, I need peace. I don't want it. A man doesn't want peace. A man needs peace. A man don't want peace. A man don't want a peaceful woman. A man needs a peaceful woman. A man needs a graceful woman. A man needs a woman with manners. That ain't what I want. That's what I need. That's what I need. That's what makes me happy. When I have what I need. When my needs are met. Because your wants can be endless, fellas. You see that dude that came in the chat earlier? I have a lot of women. But guess what? I bet you his needs ain't being met. I bet you his needs ain't being met. I bet you out of all those women, he's still eating fast food. I bet you none of them women have ever bought him a vitamin. See, I learned the difference. Because now I'm getting bought vitamins and stuff like that. Self-care things. I'm getting facial scrub. Hey, LT man. My lady be buying me facial scrub and She bought me the little thing to massage the skin under my beard. I forgot what they call. She bought me that. She bought me a whole kit with the brush thing, the with the conditioner, the oil, self-care. What I need. What I need. What I need. Thank you, Ayo Disha. Shout out to you. I appreciate your super chat. He says, I love your lives. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Shout out to you. She's giving me what I need, bro. And I don't even ask. I don't ask. It's the gifts that come from her heart. You see that? It's different. LT Man says, Sheep, I've been with my woman now, wife, for 33 years. Salute. Hey, LT Man, do you know we just had a brother come in the chat say, men are saying marriage ain't worth it no more because women are a pain in our asses. Bro, you've been married for 33 years. I know it was plenty of times your wife got on your goddamn nerves, but you won't swap your wife out for nobody. You won't swipe that woman. You won't swap that woman out of your life for nobody. For no one. No one. No one. No one. Taylor says, ain't no one making him any special mango smoothies. Why not? Hey, Taylor, how you know I like mangoes? Look what bro said. There we go. Look what he said. She is my peace. She is my peace. She is my peace. Bro said, I got a Bro said, I got a thermal roller. Come on, fellas. Come on. Get you a woman that's going to hold your feet to the fire. That's going to hold your feet to the fire. Not by arguing, not by cursing, not by doing none of that. No. Remember what that brother said in the video? When she reminds you that she believes and follows God's word. See, this is why you men are afraid. You're afraid of marriage because you know you're going to have to get committed to that word. Yeah. You're going to have to get committed to that word because a woman who understands true headship and leadership, that's a woman who understands the word of God. And she's not going to submit to a man who doesn't understand that he belongs to God. See that, fellas? You see that? So you ain't got to keep talking about the arguing and the riffing and no. What you do is you move away from that. Because you understand that this is a woman who doesn't understand marriage. You see? That strong wife ain't gonna do no arguing with you. Guess what she gonna let you know? And this hurts more than her emasculating you. This is gonna hurt you more than her arguing, than her talking shit. This is gonna hurt you more when she tell you, babe, things are the way that they are because you sat back and allowed it. You're the leader of this family. Whatever we have is because of you. Whatever we don't have is because of you. That hurts. That will hurt me more than her calling me a ain't shit nigga. Cause I know I'm a nigga that's about something. That won't hurt me. For my wife to come and tell me that my goddamn house is breaking down because I'm not doing nothing about it. I would rather you curse me out. Curse me out. Curse me out. I don't care what you say. Don't ever tell me no shit like that again. That shit got me ready to go jump in front of a bus. That shit hurt a man more. That shit got me ready to cry right now. Man, y'all see this how I know, man, we ain't had no real women in our life yet, man. When a woman understand that word, nigga, boy, you will feel like a goddamn fire ant. You will feel small, emasculate. Nigga, how small you feel now? She ain't call you out your name. She ain't call you out your name. She just reminded you that she your wife and you her husband and you the leader. And she's willing to accept anything that she gets from your leadership, even if it's nothing. Even if it's nothing. I would rather you curse me out every day. Be mad at me. Don't know. Curse me out. That hurts more. Am I lying, fellas? Am I lying, fellas? What will hurt you more? For her to sit there calm and look you dead in your face and say, baby, I love you. And you the leader. Because I believe what God's words say. And I know you the leader. And I believe in you. And the little bit that we got is because of you. And I'm fine with that. You talking about a blow to a nigga's ego? Imagine she tell you like that. Imagine she tell you like that. Imagine if the women start talking to us like that, fellas. Are we ready for that? No, because we gonna want to get cursed out again. Because if your woman talk to you like that, nigga, you gonna start an argument. I know I might would. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I don't lie. I might start an argument she talk to me like that. God damn it. Curse me out, shit. I'm ready to hear some cussing. I need to feel better. I need to feel better. I need to get messy. Because I feel like shit right now. Because she just checked me. And she didn't disrespect me. And she didn't belittle me. But I feel like mini me. I feel like I'm 4'3" and I'm 6'4". I feel like I'm 4 feet tall. She ain't curse me out, call me out my name, belittle me, nothing. She ain't even talk to me like she had a goddamn attitude. Are we ready for that, fellas? Hmm? 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 This is why marriage ain't worth it, right? Yeah. Are we ready? A double C. You think we ready for that, bro? Bro says because I was chaotic and male ego kicked in. Look at this. Look what Double C just admitted. He said, I know I did start arguments looking for the fight. See? See? See that? See that? Because we don't know nothing about no peace, Double C. We don't know nothing about no peace. Till that godly woman come in our life and give us what we need. Peace. Peace. We what? What? I'm from the city. I'm not used to it being quiet. I get nervous. I get scared when it's quiet. I get scared. Why I don't hear no cars? Why I don't hear no sirens? Why all I hear is lightning bugs? Somebody about to die. Because I ain't used to peace. I'm not used to peace. I'm not used to it. Come on, fellas. Come on, let's be real. We got brothers keeping it real in the chat, ladies. You see what this conversation brings out, man? Shout out to everyone for pulling up, man. You see what this conversation brings out in us? It shows after healing, we could build. It shows that we still want love and want to be in love, man. Stop saying that shit as a man. I used to be one of them type of niggas. Dude, listen, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all something personal right now. Do y'all know I used to be so uptight that my son does that? He does it out loud. When I was young, I used to do it internally, always clenching my teeth, using brute strength for everything. My son does that. And I'm not happy about that. That came out in my son. Tightening up, balling up, tensing up. My son do that. My son does that. He don't get that from his mama. He get that from me. Because his mama know I do it. You see that? He got that. He took that from me. Some shit I ain't heal came out in my boy. Some shit I ain't rectify came out in him. And he not doing it because he feels some type of way. It's just part of him. Like I made it a part of me. See that? You see that? You got to think about shit, fellas, for real. You got to think about shit, man. Foresight is for real, man. You got to be, fellas, you got to begin to think past your foreskin. It's about having foresight. Telling y'all, man. Sin says, I used to do that, but more in a feminine manner. Elisino says, my youngest son got my temper too. See? And as fathers, OG, you know, we don't want our sons to take on those things. Not that we want our sons to be soft, not that we want our sons to be punks, but we know what that shit did for us. My temper always got me in trouble. My temper still get me in trouble to this day. That's why now what I do now is when I get riled up like that, I don't talk. But of course, that gets me in trouble because everybody wants me to express myself. So then that gets me in trouble. So my point is, fellas, man, is we have to stop allowing situations in life to define who we are, especially as men, because God designed us to be able to get through it and to be able to wear our scars. Women love, why you think women love bad boys so much? Women love bad boys because bad boys wear their scars. They don't love bad boys because they like bad men. Women like bad boys because it's a sense of masculinity. Like, oh, he injured himself before and he healed up and he's still strong. That type of shit. That's what they looking for. They ain't looking for the bad guy that's just gonna treat him any kind. No. It's those indications, those indicators, those masculine indicators from a woman's standpoint. Okay, because as men, we could look at it another way. But from a woman's standpoint, you know, a guy being in shape, a guy having muscles, a guy, you know, women look at that as a masculine indicator. You see? So your charisma, your resilience, that's part of you being a man, bro. Not complaining and saying, well, because women complain, why we can't. No, nigga. No. We weren't designed that way. How we going to do what women do? If we going to do what women do, then that means we got to follow. If they can complain, why we can't? Well, if they can lead, if we can lead, why they can't? See how women think? If you want to put them in a leadership position, then why complain? This is what women have been saying. I'm not telling men to shut up and don't speak on what hurts them. There's a difference between that and complaining and whining. See, I know you whining when you compare it to a woman. Well, women do it. Yeah, nigga, you whining because that's what women do. You know why? Because they're in a position to do that. That's why they're number two. They're the co-captain, not the captain of the ship, the co-captain. The co-captain. She's in the position to complain and to wonder why things ain't going this way. She's in that position. You're not as a man. God didn't put you in that position to do that. He put you in a position that when you go through shit, you got to reach out to him to overcome it. We supposed to cry out to him and to reach out to other brothers, not cry to women. Women are designed to cry to us and lean on us for the things that men are supposed to deliver. And when we feeling sad, she's supposed to be the shoulder we cry on. Our wives, the women in our life. She's supposed to be ready and available for you to cry on. But she got to be able to cry on you too. And lean on you. A woman got to be able to lean on you. And in order for you to be leaned on, you got to be built like something. How's she going to lean on you when all you do is whine? I got to worry about this again and again and again and again and again. All she hears your struggles. All she hears your struggles. All she sees is your struggles. She don't see your successes. She don't see the moves that you making to overcome nothing. All she do is see and hear is you struggling. That's not of a man, bro. Cry out to God. That's why it's God, man, women, child. Cry to God, bro. Cry out to him. And when I say that, I'm talking to myself because that's something I'm learning to do. I never learned to cry to God. Nigga, when you struggling, go outside. That's what I learned. That's what my environment taught me, because everybody who was struggling around me, guess what they did? They went outside and got them some money. It wasn't no depend on the Lord, because he gonna always make sure you got and your family got, so you ain't gotta chase nothing. See, I had to learn that. That if you're gonna play the long game, God is part of the long game. The devil loved the short game, the shortcut. That's the devil. The hustling spirit. The bag chaser. That's the devil. You get so caught up in chasing that bag, you end up in one. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan, in the building. He always said that. He said, bro, don't ever get caught up chasing a bag, because you might end up in one. I said, God damn. He said, yeah, nobody never thought about that. How many dudes went out to make their last run and ended up dead or ended up in jail for the rest of their life? You're chasing a bag until you end up in one. That's the shortcut. If you really want security, fellas, we got to stop believing in the world. And that's what's going to sustain you as a husband. Your belief. Because that's what she's looking at. How strong is his belief? How driven is he? If I'm going to follow you, how driven are you? A woman got to see that. That goes back to what I said earlier in this show. If you don't have a purpose for your life, you don't have a purpose for a wife. If you just trying to be a regular old nigga, you a boyfriend ass nigga. Just keep being a boyfriend. Just keep being a boyfriend. Because you don't have a purpose for your life. You just living life. See? You ain't going nowhere. So why you need somebody to follow you? What you need a follower for? What you need a woman to be submissive to you? You ain't going nowhere. You driving up the street to the gas station. Nigga, you don't need no wife. You hang out at the gas station. You don't need a wife. You still hang out on the block. You still outside. Nigga, you don't need no wife. Because guess what you going to do? You're going to be having that woman all outside. Doing nothing. Doing nothing. Because you ain't got shit to do. Because you ain't about shit. You ain't about nothing. You ain't about nothing. Look what AOK Disha said. Be solution focused and not problem focused. Problem solver, not problem creator. See, a lot of you men create problems. A lot of these women want to stay away from you men because you bring problems to their goddamn life. And you're supposed to be a problem solver. You're supposed to come in her life and she's supposed to have less problems. You niggas bring problems in these women's lives. That's why they staying away from y'all too. Men are problem solvers, not problem creators. See that? You come into a woman's life and become a bill. You become a bill. You become a goddamn bill in her life. You become a headache. And you think submission is her doing whatever you say you ask her to. No, nigga. That's not submission. That ain't submission. What you are is a what you are is a school playground pimp who trying to get over on women. And guess what, y'all? Guess what? Pimps lose in the end. You lose in the end. You lose. So understand what marriage is, man. Marriage is a union between two people who is willing to share their lives together and live out God's purpose. Marriage is not about, oh, we just together and we just gonna make it into whatever we think. No, that ain't marriage. That ain't marriage. That's called a domestic partnership. That's not marriage. That's called a domestic partnership. That is what I was basically in my last relationship. That's called a domestic partnership. That's not a marriage. Because neither one of y'all got a purpose and neither one of y'all believe God. Neither one of y'all. Neither one of y'all are serving God. Neither one of y'all. It's not a marriage. It's not a marriage. What up, Chill Will? It's not a marriage. Real marriage is for people that are about representing the kingdom of God. That's what it is. That's the union between the two. We both represent the kingdom. And a lot of men, they're afraid to step up to the plate. It's scary. I know it's scary. Just like the first time you walked on a block and sold your first drug. It was scary when you did that hand-to-hand transaction. It was scary because you ain't know who was watching. You ain't know if the police was watching, the Jack Boys was watching. You ain't know who just watched you sell your first piece of drugs, but you was scared because you knew that was the introduction, your introduction into a new life, into a new lifestyle. It's the same thing when you ready to leave the world enjoying the Lord, man, enjoying God. It's scary, bro. It's scary. You're afraid to be you because you starting to think you might not be accepted. It's a new world, man. I know because I'm introducing and have been introducing myself to this for the past couple of years, man. You know, but I do understand that it's time. It's time. It's time for me to walk through that door. Because just like we wasn't scared to jump off the porch, and once we did it and we got used to it, and our feet got wet out in them streets, and we got used to being out there and all that, and the fear went away and all that. Got to do the same thing with God, man. We have to. As men, we have to become married to the purpose that God put on our lives. We have to marry that. We have to marry that. Shout out to Cuzzo in the building. Salute Hills in. Good to see you, family. Gotta marry that. And that's scary. Because you ain't gonna have the same friends. You're not gonna be in the same places. You're not gonna be around the same people. You're gonna be around new people. You're gonna have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. When God is trying to take you somewhere else. And I'm a big dude. So the one thing I hate is being uncomfortable. That's one thing I hate. One thing I hate is being uncomfortable. You want to piss me off real quick? Just let me be uncomfortable. But getting comfortable with being uncomfortable in God's eyes is obedience. And this is something that I lack in the world of God, in the spirit world. So he's making me learn how to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Because that's what obedience is. And that's that itself is crazy. But what I see is that is the recipe for a husband. This is the building blocks of a good husband. Because of all the stuff that we're going to have to take on and deal with. And we still got to show up and be able to operate. This is why I salute men who are married, man. That's why I salute them, man. Because it takes a whole nother level of maturity, man. Shout out to Cuzzo for becoming a new member. Appreciate you, Cuzzo. Salute, salute, salute. Shout out to my brother Ant again, man. Hey, Ant, salute, bro. Salute, man. He says facts, DS1. Trying to out the ain't gonna work, fam. I've gotten more pushback from men in these spaces for saying that too. Exactly, bro. Shout out to my man Ant, man. Make sure y'all go follow my brother Auntie at the official home of the YT Purge. Make sure y'all go follow my brother Corey Love, man. These are great content creators, great brothers. It's all good, cuzzo. I know how it is. But I just wanted to come to y'all this morning, man, and chop it up with the bros, man, about this, man. And I wanted to bring y'all that video to let brothers know, man, that the women that y'all online complaining about, saying that y'all don't want and that y'all don't want to marry and that y'all not going to marry, these are women that shouldn't even be on your radar, because these are women who don't understand headship. Like that pastor spoke on in the video. They don't understand headship. They don't understand spiritual leadership. And if she doesn't understand that, which is a fundamental, if she doesn't understand the fundamentals, bro, you shouldn't even be dealing with her on no level. You should actually stop conversing with her. You see? Because it's too late in the game to be dealing with women who don't understand the fundamentals. You still arguing the fundamentals, stay by yourself, because you lost in the sauce. And a lot of you fellas, y'all waste your time getting up here arguing and bickering about women who are lost in the sauce. If you don't understand the basics, stay away from them. Because all they can do is hurt you. This is what you got to understand as a man. Women don't understand the basics of who you are. Just being who God made you to be. If a woman don't understand and respects and moves on that accord, you shouldn't even be conversing with her no more. Block her, put her on the block list. Because even outside of the bedroom, she's going to be a problem. Stop getting in the bed with women you don't want to hang out with outside of the bed. If she ain't cool enough to go hang out with and don't have sex with, you shouldn't be having sex with her. Straight up. Straight up. I'm talking to grown men. I'm not talking to young men. I'm not talking to men in their 20s, 19. I'm talking to grown men. What you doing laying up with a woman you can't stand? What you doing, bro? What are you doing? Come on, man. Come on now. So shout out to everyone, man. I appreciate everyone for pulling up today. Yeah, you might have to let that happen too, cuzzo. You might have to let the sheep sleep with them. Yes, tell them again, sis. Bloque ahora. Block them now. Don't wait, fellas. Fellas, if a woman makes the candidate, if a woman is a candidate to join the block list, block her immediately. Ahora, now. Block her ASAP. Because, fellas, we know how we are. We know how we are. Damn, she do look good, though. And you never block her. And then you get to doing shit like this, fellas. You get to going on her page, liking pictures to get her attention. Like, oh, I ain't never see this picture. Love. Ha! Say we don't do that. Say we don't do that. Oh, I'm glad I ain't blocked her. Say we don't do that, fellas. block them and block them now. And stand on it. Stand on it. Stand on it, man. Because I'm going to leave y'all with this. Something my dad always taught me. Son, you rather a woman respect you more than she like you. Because women would rather, oh, do you know a woman would stay with a man more and a lot longer with a man she respects more than she likes. Do you know that? Do y'all fellas know that? A woman will stay with you longer if she respect you. She ain't gotta like you. She ain't gotta like you. It's about respect. Because what a woman respects is who you are. That's what she respects. She may not like what you say or what you do all the time, but she respects who you are. And that's what matters more. So salute to everyone that's in the building. Shout out to everyone. This, of course, was an extended show. But y'all stay tuned, man. We will be back. Y'all stay tuned right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I appreciate all the love and the support, man. Shout out to everyone who hit the super chat today. Thank y'all so much. Y'all definitely came through and blessed the super chat, man. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to everyone. If you would like to support the student tuition fund, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. But make sure you follow the directions so I can shout you out on the next show. And remember, if you would like to just send a Cash App, or if you would like to just send a Venmo regularly, if you send it, shout out to you. I appreciate you. But when you put your initials in the memo box, when you put those initials ST, I know that those are student tuition donations. Okay? So I appreciate everyone once again. Shout out to my lovely lady mods. Shout out to my lovely lady mods. Thank you so much, L'Oreal. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I just wanted to come with something different today for the brothers, man. A lot of y'all love relationship talk, and y'all know I pretty much moved on for that, but today was one for the books, man. I appreciate everyone for pulling up. Much love to everyone. I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to my lovely lady mods once again for coming through and holding it down, man. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much, man. Salute to all the visionaries, man. Of course, this is episode 6 of Morning Man Talk with y'all hosts, DS1 Ross, of course, of Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.